Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to our show. This is doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. This chair's making a lot of noise. Holy shit! On this 28th July 2025, today we're talking about Walking Dead again, and this is part two of how it changed everything. So you guys know that this sort of theory changed everything for me. The way I view things, even the comic in itself, made me ask myself questions like, what would I do? Would I kill somebody to sacrifice somebody to save myself? Would I do the moral thing? What was moral? What was the good and evil? And then did I have a chance? Did I have a choice if I did the good thing? So all of these things for me were quite important, and this is why we start talking about Walking Dead. Now, the most insane thing is, nowadays, you guys know that cable TV doesn't do it anymore. Most show on Netflix are TV series, right? And right now, what we're doing is we're watching Lost. Lost is a great show. In Lost, I'm in heaven because it's a great show. There's a lot of content. I get to recap it. I get to review it. So I'm quite excited about that. However, it's not only like, hey, I thought about it. It's, you know what? I saw Walking Dead. This is how I felt. And it's weird to me because Walking Dead was for example, today we did a review, right? And it was about the people that are falling from a plane and on a desert island. The principle of survival was there. Okay, we used the moral choice. So, for example, a character like Sawyer keeping the medicine from everybody, just like the savior. And it just blew my mind how much I was comparing it to Walking Dead. And possibly Walking Dead was part of the Genesis. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue why it's such an important show for me. But at the same time, knowing that this is such an important show, there's a reason for it. Maybe because it's applied in a lot of cases, I mean, a show like Lost, which is pretty unique. But then again, if you watch a show like Sopranos, which were kind of aired at the same time, there's a lot of comparison to be made between Lost and Sopranos. I don't know. I have no clue. Is there a lot of comparison to be made in between Lost and Walking Dead? You would think not, but there is, which is kind of weird in itself. But at the same time, if that's what it is, that's what it is. To me, it's such a beautiful thing because knowing that a show directly impacts your critical point of view is amazing. It's amazing. The show Lost, I am so excited. Because I'm gonna repeat myself, but I've never watched it. I have never watched it. So I come in and I'm like, holy shit, what's gonna happen? Holy shit, what's going on? And then I'm in a second position where I'm like, holy shit, this is what I would do, right? Because I think you put yourself in shows like that, you put yourself in character's shoes, what I would do. This is my strategy. If I was stuck on an island, this is what I would decide. This is who I would follow. This is who I would be loyal to. Is Jack an asshole? Is John an asshole? Is Sawyer a good guy? Is Kate a good guy? There's so many questions, right? But yeah, to me, it's an amazing thing. And what I'm trying to say with this video, because it's a bit weird video, right? I've always seen. So this is kind of like a very negative thing, but at the same time, it feels so good. You always see people that are moving film, and what they're doing is they're gonna see. Oh, phone is too hot. What they're gonna do is they're gonna see a show and say, yeah, but they did it in another show, it was better. Or if you watch the movie of this movie, they did better, right? And I always found these people like, why even watch it? You're not enjoying yourself. And then I'm putting myself in this position, right? And when you have to generalize things, right? So if this is a situation, what other things are similar to this situation that I felt? And one of them is actually super simple. Political brain rot. So political brain rot happens when you watch Truman Politics. When you watch, when you're so much for a certain party that all you think and all they say is magic to you. Like, oh yeah, you're so right. Oh yeah, this is something I agree with. Give me a second, I just have to check out something. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do black hole. Black. There you go. No, we didn't unlock it. Okay, that's why. That's why I we didn't unlock it. I don't have it. To me, it was so kind of important in a lot of cases. Because as much as I love something, but like, for example, we're talking about this with obvious choices. And the obvious choices are what? The obvious choices are... Fuck you. I don't know. The obvious choice would be manga. Because I know a lot about manga. And I watched a lot of manga in my life, right? So you would think that, okay, well, manga is... I'm kind of saturated with. So, for example, I'll be comparing, right? With the brain rot is when you're not able to have a non-biased thought, when you're not able to have a open-minded opinion, because you spend so freaking long thinking that, oh yes, they're right, oh yes, they're right, and then you can be religion brainwashed, well, not brainwashed, but brain rot, which is even worse, thinking about it. But yeah, I really think it, for example, you're not allowing good idea from another religion because your religion is the only one. Now, being pious is amazing. Being righteous in your faith is amazing. Following one's faith is amazing. Being loyal is amazing. Being blind to it is not good. Which is why we call it political brain rot. You're not able to see other perception because they don't follow your perception, which is, again, a perception led by years of watching something. What we're seeing right now, and this is not going to get political because fuck it, but what we're seeing right now is I'm saying for dictatorship. A North something, I'm not going to say the name, but a North something. What they're doing is they're teaching a certain knowledge in school. Some of that knowledge is true, some of that knowledge is wrong. So then you're teaching the kids, and the kids will grow up, and the kids will grow up and tell their kids, and then their kids will trust their parents, so they'll trust it. And then after 4 or 5 generations, we don't even know the truth. Because the truth is what we said it was. It's not a big problem, it's not a big deal. But when you watch a series, that's kind of it. The Walking Dead brain rot us into seeing a show like Lost. You know? I don't know. I have no clue. And it sucks because Lost is such a great opportunity. I'm so glad I would get to watch it. But a couple of videos as to why I'm glad, but long story short, one of the great show. It's a finished show. It's a show that I have never watched, that I never want to watch because, again, people said, oh, the ending sucks, so what's the point? And I'm falling in love with the story. It's so fucking good. It's possibly one of the first shows that people was binge watching. See, and Lost has this quality to it. I was talking about the golden age of TV. So the golden age of TV series, in my opinion, was 2010, 2005, 2010. Why? Because you had on TV, you had Breaking Bad, you had Game of Thrones, and you had Walking Dead. They were amazing. You know, they were in their prime. But before that, you had what? You had Sopranos, you had Lost, which were also good, you know? So it's such a... But then at the same time, it's kind of normal. You cannot watch a show and completely turn your brain off and say, yeah, I'm just going to take what they're telling me for money. Like, no, I saw this before, and this is what's going to happen, you know? And I really think it's important. I personally think that it adds to the story. I don't know. Anyway, long enough video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.